morning, another video? I guess so. So I'm listening to Beck, but I get to that point of the Palisades where, well, it's not the Palisades, it's Route 6. I don't get any reception. I really want to listen to this because right now he is playing Chuck Todd discussing Judge Roy Moore. Now, I'll tell you, emotionally, I was very, very happy when I heard that Judge Roy Moore had won the primary. I started, although, in a joyous manner, even though I might have been a little irreverent. I was just wondering when he becomes Senator Roy Moore, will he be Senator Judge Roy Moore, or will he be Senator Roy Moore? All right, it is what it is. But that's just a little joke I had. Then yesterday I caught a little snippet of Beck where he was saying, Judge Roy Moore is not a constitutional conservative, he's more of a populist. And even though this other guy, I don't remember what his name was, Lynch, something like that, Leach, what was his name? Pond, Lake? I don't remember what his name was. So he said he was more, everyone was saying, I didn't really follow much up on this, but he was saying he was the Republican mainline, whatever, what do they call that? Not mainstream, what's the word? The establishment Republican, and the people were shocked. Why was President Trump supporting this other guy over Judge Roy Moore? And I know for years, whatever I heard about Judge Roy Moore, I was like, this is a guy I like. He's standing up for the Ten Commandments. I like the Ten Commandments. Don't you like the Ten Commandments? Who doesn't like the Ten Commandments? Thou shalt not murder. Anybody want to change that? Thou shalt not steal. I think that's a pretty good idea. What do people have a problem? And it's so funny over the years, the kind of things that I've heard. I remember, this is going back many years, this whole story with Judge Roy Moore. And I somewhat have been following it. How long are we talking? 20 years now? Almost, something 15, 20 years. I've kind of somewhat been following the story of this very colorful gentleman and how he was removed from office and so forth. And so now, and I would just remember how stupid the media is. There was someone, I think they were interviewing him, or they were interviewing someone who was supportive of him, and they said, well, you want to have the Ten Commandments. What would you say if Jewish people would want to have a monument to honor the Torah? You idiot, the Ten Commandments is from the Torah. Like, what? How ignorant are people in the secular world that they don't know that the Ten Commandments is from the Torah? And it seems like, there's just a tremendous amount of ignorance about religion. I really strongly feel, this is my personal feeling, is that even if you are not religious, you should have some basic knowledge of world religion. And even if you are religious, you should have some basic knowledge of other religions. Just the basics, read it like a book, like, even though I don't really, agree with a lot of things Houston Smith wrote, especially about Judaism, a book like that, it's worthwhile to sit down and read and just be a little bit knowledgeable about, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, all these different religions. Just have some basic knowledge of what all these things are. I remember, I think it's, maybe, I don't expect people to be scholars, tremendous scholars of other religions, but at least to have some basic knowledge, whether you're religious or not. you know, I don't know, it just some basics, but instead everybody's obsessed with whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I was shocked. You know, a few years ago I was sitting at training for my job, and there's just general training we have to go through every year. In the place where I work, a chaplain in a hospital, and we have, you know, like safety training, but there was also like orientation for all new hires and everything. Even though I'm technically self-employed, whatever, that's how they work it out, because they don't want to give benefits. So, you know, it is what it is. But which is fine. I mean, it's actually better for me for many reasons, and I appreciate that, and I'm not complaining. That's what works for me. You know, I probably wouldn't get into the system otherwise. You know, because I was able to have a competitive bid and get in, and you know, what do I have to do? So anyway, and I really love my job. You know, there were these people sitting there, you know, during a break. You know, me during a break, you know, I talk about, I'll sit and learn Mishnayos or something, say Tillim, catch up on davening. What are they talking about? The Kardashians? I mean, I also, you know, I'll talk about popular culture and things, but, you know, it's like I'll talk about Jack Benny or something. I don't know. Last night, oh my goodness, I couldn't sleep, so I was like, I want to find something, put me in a good mood, I'll fall asleep. And I felt so bad because when I got home, my wife was asleep already, and I just couldn't hold back laughing. I put on Amazon, and there was a Jack Benny show, and he's there. He's trying to tell a joke. He gets interrupted by someone singing a song. Then he finishes the joke, and then Mel Blanc comes on, and just that, you know. It cheered me up seeing Mel Blanc, and he's playing like a postman, like he did on Burns and Earl, and he's playing a different character. And he's like, "Hey, aren't you Jack Benny?" Like he was delivering something to Phil Harris. Mel Blanc was, and he's like, "Wait, aren't you Jack Benny?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "We went to Waukegan High School together." He's like, "Oh, I remember." He said a name, wasn't his real name, wasn't Mel Blanc, and he said, "So what are you doing now?" And Jack Benny cracked himself. It was just such a precious moment. Jack Benny, he was saying, I'm the voice of Bugs Bunny. You gotta watch. I mean, Jack Benny is just like. I was watching some YouTube videos, you know, discussing in a very scholarly way about The Simpsons and how like people care about the characters, and how jokes are based on character development, and how. And they're not just typical sitcom jokes, and how that changed around the 9th season or so, and how The Simpsons, you know, changed, and how it's almost practically a different show. All right, but I commented, I said, that's like Jack Benny, you know, your money or your life, you know, and I'm thinking about it, and no one else could tell that joke, and the way he presented it, and that's Jack Benny, you know, but like here, it was just seeing him crack himself up, and like he said I'm the voice of Bugs Bunny. He said that to Mel Blanc, who's the voice of Bugs Bunny, and then Mel Blanc, he's like, "Oh, you gave up that old fiddle," and like they both cracking. It's just so precious to see Jack Benny and Mel Blanc cracking each other up. I'm sorry. So I want to hear now what, because yesterday Glenn Beck was saying, oh, he's not really, that Roy Moore is not really a constitutional conservative, he's more a populist, but now he's like defending him against Chuck Todd, who's saying all these crazy things. So I think by now I should have reception again, so I want to listen. So thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I don't know why I made this video. I just wanted to fill up the time until I got reception back, which I'm pretty sure I do by now. I'm not exactly sure, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And all the best. There was actually a very interesting article, I think, in Mosaic magazine online about Jack Benny, a new book that came out about him. I shared that on Twitter. If you're a fan of Jack Benny, check out that article. It's really quite interesting. I remember I have somewhere, I don't know where it is, somewhere in the house, I have his biography that his kids wrote. It was signed by his daughter, who wrote the biography. I actually found it in my grandmother's house, and my non-Jewish grandmother. It belonged to her, you know, and kind of, you know, how like even though my family, they were Catholics, my father's family, but they this article said how Jack Benny was WASP America's Jewish uncle, and it was just an interesting article and an examination of that in this article I read about a week ago. All right, I don't want to waste any more time talking about this, you know, especially when I learned when you make shorter videos, people actually watch them, and I don't know even if 10-minute videos people watch. My YouTube analytics say that the average people watch is 2 minutes, which is pretty good, but because that means there's some people who just watch for a second and some people who watch for 5 minutes. So still, I don't know how many people are watching for 10 minutes. I'm sure there are a few. Well, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you made it to the end, put a secret word in the comments. We'll say Daffy Duck, right? Because he was also Mel Blanc. All right, so if I see Daffy Duck in the comments up below, I'll know you made it to the end of the video, and I appreciate that. God bless. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe, because when people make it to the end of the videos, it helps the algorithms or something like that. I don't know how this works. I'm not some kind of computer genius. I'm just a regular guy. All right, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, and put in the comments Daffy Duck if you watch this to the end. Thank you.